Hi everyone, Jennifer here, back with another of my movie talk spoilers. Now, this one's going to be a little different as it is not actually a spoiler for a movie. But this is probably going to be the only video of its kind, so I didn't want to do a whole new PowerPoint presentation thing and then have to get rid of it just for one thing. So we're just going to go with movie talk because it does tie in with some movies. But it's actually, I just want to talk about an amazing musical I saw on Saturday night. And as many of you can probably guess based on the date of when this video was posted, that musical was The Lion King. Okay, now I will be giving away spoilers in this, so if you have not yet seen the musical presentation of The Lion King, I suggest you turn the video off now. We'll give you a few seconds, just so I don't spoil it for you. Okay, now for those of you who are still viewing, I'm going to assume that you have seen the musical version of The Lion King. So we're going to jump right into it. Now, oh my God, what can I say about this other than that it was fantastic? I was not seated very close to the stage, so I couldn't see the costumes or the makeup all that well. I was actually pretty high up in the balcony, but I could still see fairly well what was going on, particularly with my binoculars. And it was amazing. The costumes were great. When I was looking through the binoculars and could actually see the makeup on the actors, it was amazing. The sets were amazing. It follows the animated story, or you could also say the new release story, very well. They change a few things here or there. And it was just so phenomenal. One of my big things, I'm going to touch on a couple of things, and just this is just my opinion, basically. I was slightly disappointed with the "I Just Can't Wait to Be a King" number. I would have preferred more dancing on the part of the kids in that, because in the animated version and the photo cinematic version, it was kind of a big production. And it wasn't really in this. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. I was expecting more out of that particular number than I actually got. But it was still good. It was still wonderful. It was still a good number. It was still very brightly colored and everything. Again, I was up in the balcony, so I didn't get to see it. But you could see from where I was sitting that some of the animals in the opening number, Circle of Life, actually walk through the main audience on the ground floor up to the stage. And I bet for the people who were in the audience, they did the same thing with the hyenas and Be Prepared. I bet for the audience, particularly the first number, Circle of Life, that was amazing to just be sitting there in the dark and then all of a sudden these animals, well, not real animals, but you know what I mean, just coming through up to the stage where Pride Rock was supposed to be. It was really just amazing. The only reason I didn't get seats on that level, because I would have, because I knew that was going to happen. I really wanted to see that. I really wanted to experience that, but they were a little pricey. So I wasn't going to spend that much money, particularly when 3 other people were coming with me. I loved the costumes, what I could see of the costumes. I liked how they made Nala, both cub Nala and adult Nala, look different from the other lionesses. They wanted her to stand out a little bit. So I did like that. All the other lionesses, they had like these almost cape-like things that went with the headdress, or the lion-faced headpiece that they wore. Nala didn't, and I liked how they made her stand out. They made Scar look different from Mufasa and adult Simba, where they had like the headpiece with the lion face on it. He had more of a thing that would almost more like a puppet thing that would go forward and back, which still looked cool. Again, I think they were trying to make Scar look different from the other two male lions in the production, which was good. It looked cool. The hyenas, and I say this with in a very good way, they looked ridiculous, but they were the comic relief. They were the comedic henchmen to Scar. They were supposed to look ridiculous, so I was okay with them looking ridiculous. A lot of the animal costumes looked great, and there had to be a lot of coordination to a degree, particularly with the people who were playing the giraffes, because they were literally on stilts on both hands and feet. There had to be coordination between the other people so they wouldn't trip, because if they tripped, they were going to come down. It was just as simple as that, just based on how the costume was. But it looked cool. It was a great effect. The effect within the song He Lives in You, when Mufasa tells Simba that he has to take he has to return, he has to take his place in the circle of life, and that is ultimately what prompts Simba to return home. It looked good. I liked the lion face that they had light up on the background. In my opinion, again, this is all my opinion, so if anybody from the production is watching this, do not take it to heart. I think it would have looked slightly better if maybe clear background with the spark, with the lights that were supposed to be the stars, and then the actor who played Mufasa, maybe like in there, like he was actually, instead of the light up lion head, but that, that's just me, that's how I would have done it, but I wasn't on the production team, so, but that's just how I would have done it. To me, that just would have looked better, but the way they did it looked cool too. My top two favorite songs were, of course, Circle of Life and Can You Feel Love Tonight? Although They Live in You and He Lives in You were right up there as well. I mean, this was a fantastic production. I loved this production. We bought tickets for this back in January for the 12th, because that's when we actually went to see it. So that's either yesterday or the day before yesterday, depending on when this video posts. I have been looking forward to seeing this for years. I've wanted to see this for years, and when we bought the tickets, I had been looking forward to seeing it since the tickets came out. I actually saw the previews for it, that it was coming back to the Detroit Opera House. This past Thanksgiving, actually, I was watching the America's Parade, and saw a commercial for it, and I just said to my mom, it's like, Lion King's coming to the Detroit Opera House. I guess that kind of gives away where I'm, the general location of where I live. Can we go see it, please, 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 please? And she's like, sure, if we get tickets. So we kind of waited till January, because they weren't going to come until January, and got the tickets, and it was just amazing. It was a wonderful night out, I'm going to say that much. And I was very, very pleased with it. It was great. It was wonderful. A bunch of new songs in there, because it is kind of a musical. They had to add more songs to it, but it was still great and amazing. I would go see it again if and when it ever comes back. I might try to get tickets a little closer. But it was just amazing. I mean, I used to say Cats, not the movie, the musical, was my favorite musical, Broadway musical. This is giving Cats a run for its money. This and Cats may very well be tied as my favorite musical, because I can't decide which one I liked more, Cats or this. Okay, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And also, you can feel free to click on the link on your screen if you're watching on YouTube to see my review on the newest addition to the Lion King franchise, which is the 2019 version of The Lion King that was posted on the 11th. So, 2 to 3 days prior to this video, depending on when this video comes up. And you can also click on the other link to view one of my Lion King short stories, Tree of Life, which is a little story I am I have one chapter down so far. As of the posting of this video, I'm working on chapter 2. And it just basically tells the story of Simba's son Kion and his now wife Ronit linked to the Lion Guard. And just basically about their family at the Tree of Life. Okay, as always, thank you for watching and have a very nice day.